That's okay. I'm gonna move him back for a second and see if I can get him to come back in with audio. Mr. Johnson.
I sent him a chat.
But if his chat isn't open, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I put him out, so we'll try it again and see. I put him all the way out. Maybe when he logs back in, he'll see the connection. I need to make a sign that says connect audio. Because people, if you chat them and they don't have it open, they don't know.
Yeah. But you'd think with you having your arms in the air would be an indicator.
No, because people don't necessarily know that I'm directing that towards them. If there are other people in the room, they might think something else is going on. They might think there's another hearing in progress, maybe. But we try. Good morning, Miss Kelly.
Good morning.
Are you actively driving or are you somewhere parked?
No, I'm parked.
Okay.
I will never drive while I'm on my phone.
Thank you, ma'am. Marianne, I just sent Mr. Johnson's phone number to you. Would you give him a call and let him know what the issue is? Hopefully he answers the phone.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
He's gonna try it again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yep, you're welcome. I just called him again. He's still trying to connect.
Still trying to connect.
Yeah, he's having an issue with his phone.
Oh, he's not close enough to say, hey, run over here and do it from downstairs. Thank you.
Has Royce hopped on yet?
No. So Marianne, that was a sign that maybe Mr. Nunley will be, oh, speak it. Good morning, Mr. Nunley.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm wonderful, sir. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you.
We haven't seen Van Buren yet. Did you speak to Miss Brown?
No, I thought I was doing it.
Okay.
over Zoom. I did call the police department though and let them know to sign into your courtroom.
As soon as they pop on, I will get you into a break, or Miriam will get you into a breakout. We have one 9 o'clock scheduled. But I hope to have it resolved before you're ready.
I'm waiting in a breakout room for another court. It's just
Okay,
getting in adjournments. But hopefully-
understood.
Oh.
Marianne, ugh. When you talked to him on the phone, did you tell him about opening his chat function?
Yes, I did. And he said he was trying to figure that out.
Oh, wait, it might be working. Mr. Johnson, good morning, sir.
Hello. Good morning.
How are you? Good. Did
I'm
you
up.
speak to Mr. Bowditch about this morning's hearing?
Did not now. Not today, at least.
Was he supposed to, did he say to you that he would be joining you this morning?
I haven't heard him. I haven't heard from him, young.
You didn't speak to him about this morning's hearing?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning, officer.
Morning, Officer Warman Van Buren.
Mary Ann's going to put you into a breakout room. We'll put Ms. Brown into a breakout room with Mr. Nunley. Good morning, Mr. Bowditch.
Good morning, Your Honor. I apologize for being late. I was in with Judge Oakley for a minute.
No worries. Have you had an opportunity to I'm sorry, this is 21WM01557OM, Wayne County Airport versus Anthony Johnson. Your
For
appearance,
the
please,
record, Your
sir.
Honor, for the record, Your Honor, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Johnson. Your Honor, could I have a breakout room with Mr. Mena, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Mena is not here.
Oh, not Mr. Minna. It's Mr. Johnson's here.
Then I would like a breakout room with Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
Mr. Johnson, are you there? It appears he's frozen, Judge.
I see.
Huh, he made it into the breakout room.
Wonders never cease.
Your Honor, I believe we're ready on Mr. Johnson if the court is.
As soon as he comes out of the breakout room.
Your Honor, is the amount in question 645?
No, sir. There is, this is just for the restitution as to Miss Michelle Kelly. This is the person whose car was keyed.
Yes, ma'am.
And the probation department indicates that they emailed you copies of the repair estimates, one for $1,596 and the other one for $1,739. Mr. Johnson's back, but it appears that his audio is not connected again.
All right, I would need to go back in the room, Your Honor. I had the wrong amount listed.
You can go back to number 2.
Thank you, Your Honor. Doesn't really give me that option right now.
Was that sufficient time with Ms. Brown, Mr. Nunley?
The connection is just awful. It was frozen about 9.5 out of those 10 minutes. Unless there's another device or another connection or something we can try, I don't think it's possible to arraign her. I don't know if she, like the video just wasn't working at all at the end, and I tried to explain the charges to her. I don't know if she heard any of it because she was frozen.
I heard you, sir. I heard you.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it works, then I need some more time with her because I didn't have any time with her at all. If it's going to keep.
I was going to say, Mary Ann will move you back into a breakout room if the connection stays bad. Van Buren's had a problem before, so I don't know if there's another device available,
Okay.
but they've already gone back into number 1.
All
Okay,
right. We'll try it again.
thank you. Mr. Johnson, please go back into breakout room number 2 with Mr. Bowditch.
And how did I do that, Your Honor?
How did you get in there before?
It's just said back to meeting. I pressed back to meeting.
Okay, but you need to go back to the breakout now. On your phone, do you see, if you tap the screen, do you see the ability to join the breakout room?
I do not, Your Honor. Oh, wow.
Mr. Johnson, what's on the face of your phone right now? Oh, good. Mr. Bowdish, was that sufficient time with Mr. Johnson?
Your Honor, I apologize. They sent me these estimates and I can't seem to locate them. But Mr. Johnson does disagree with the amount.
He disagrees with the amount.
He disagrees with the amount, even the lesser of the two, the 1596. According to Mr. Johnson, he believes the damage was not that. He agrees that he did the damage, but he said the amount in question is excessive for the amount of damage that was done.
And he's basing that on,
He said that the scratches were much smaller. He believes that that amount could paint the whole car. Well, that's probably a little inaccurate, but he's claiming that the amount is excessive.
we have the victim in this case here, Miss Michelle Kelly. Miss Kelly, would you turn your audio on for me, please?
Yes,
State your name for the record, ma'am.
Michelle Kelly.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You can put your hand down, ma'am. Prior to July 3rd, 2021, did you have scratches on your car from being keyed?
No,
After July 3rd, 2021, at approximately, sometime in the morning, you parked your car and you had no key, your car was not keyed or scratched, correct?
correct.
You came out later, your car was keyed.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you subsequently made a police report regarding this matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you thereafter took your car to two repair shops to receive estimates regarding what it would take to fix the scratches on the car, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, only the scratches.
Only the scratches, nothing else that might have been wrong with the car before.
Correct.
Did you go anywhere other than Liberty Automotive or Vitale Collision Repair for estimates?
No, Your Honor.
Have you had the work completed on your car as of yet?
No, Your Honor,
Is there a reason why not?
because I don't have the money to pay for it.
Thank you. Mr. Bowdish, do you have any questions for Ms. Kelly?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Bowdish, over your objection, I'm sure this court has reviewed the estimates provided by Ms. Kelly to this court. Inasmuch as the defendant took a plea in this matter back on September 16, 2021, and part of his delayed sentence was the restitution that might be due owing to Ms. Kelly. This court did receive these estimates on October 18th and reviewed them, and based on what is provided in the police report as being a description of what happened to Ms. Johnson's car, I'm sorry, Ms. Kelly's car, the court will find that the estimates are reasonable. And
We would
will
request the lower, Your
amend
Honor. We would
based
request the
on-
lower then.
Oh, I was going to do that, sir. I was going to say, based on the contents of the police report, the testimony of Ms. Kelly this morning, the court is going to amend the sentence in this matter to include restitution to Ms. Kelly of $1,596.92. The previously entered delayed sentence was for a period of 6 months. Mr. Johnson is to begin making restitution payments along with the fines and costs that are already due to the court. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Bowditch?
No, Your Honor.
Any questions, Ms. Kelly?
How would I get any payments or anything like that? Or is it going to go straight to the company?
It's going to come to the court. He'll make payment to the court and the court will send those funds to you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep, thank you.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. Mr. Nunley, did you finish your hearing, sir?
Yes, I did. Thank you, Judge, and we are ready to
Thank
go.
you. I don't see Van Buren.
But they're coming back.
Thank you. This
Do you need
is,
Mr. Johnson anymore, Your Honor?
I don't, thank you.
All right.
This is 210792 Van Buren Township versus Latasha Brown.
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendants, Your Honor. At this point, we would waive a formal reading of the charge and ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf.
Ma'am, would you state your name for the record, please?
Latasha Brown.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. Thank you, Mr. Nunley. And Ms. Brown, you had sufficient time to talk to Mr. Nunley this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
This is your arraignment of the misdemeanor for the incident that occurred yesterday. The next hearing in these proceedings will be a pretrial by Zoom on December 2nd, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. with Judge Green, and that will be in Zoom courtroom number 3.
Okay.
Ma'am, you have a right to be considered for pretrial release in this matter. There is a recommendation from Van Buren Township Public Safety that your bond be set at $5,010%. And Ms. Brown, Mr. Nunley is aware, but I want to make a disclosure on the record that I am married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. He is not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department, but I make that disclosure as required by a judicial canon. As to the bond request in this matter, Mr. Nunley, there's also a request that she have no contact with the victim in this case, that being Angela Scroggy. Do you have any comments regarding bond, sir?
Yeah, obviously no objection to the no contact with the alleged victim. I'd ask the court to consider a personal bond in this matter. She's made representations to me that she is eager to get this taken care of, as well as get on a payment plan and get back on track for some outstanding issues. She indicated, I believe, specifically that she's too old to be dealing with this and she wants to get it moving and get it put behind her. I believe her to be sincere in wanting to try to clear this up. I'd ask you to consider her personal bond. She does have 4 children who are living with her, who she is caring for.
Thank you. Mr. Nally, the court will adopt the recommendation of Van Buren Township Public Safety based on Ms. Brown's failure to appear and make payment in this court previously, and the fact that she has some other outstanding traffic matters. Bond in this matter will be set at $5,010%. Ms. Brown is to have no contact with the complaining victim in this case, that being Angela Scroggie, Scroggie. Again, the file number is 210792, and the next court date will be with Judge Green, December 2nd, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. There was a warrant in another outstanding matter that Ms. Brown had with this court, that being 1206680T. This was a driving while license suspended out of the city of Romulus on February 20th, 2012. That warrant has been canceled. Bond in this driving while license suspended will be $3,000 personal. The next appearance date for that case, the Romulus case, will be November 29th, 2021 at 9:10 a.m. And that will be with Al Hemman. It's Zoom room number 1. From that February 2012 date, there were some civil infractions that have outstanding balances. Those matters are being referred to collections, and there's a 2013 failure to display a valid license from Van Buren Township. In those matters, Ms. Brown owes the court a total of $1,332. When she is released from Van Buren, she can contact the court's collection department to make payments on these outstanding matters. But as for the new offense, again, the next date is December 12th. Bond is $5,010%. I'm handing the file back to the clerk right now. They'll get the paperwork over to Van Buren as soon as possible. Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge.
Anything else, Van Buren?
Previously, you said the 2nd of December, and then you just said the 12th. Is it the 12th or the 2nd?
It's the 2nd. I said December 2nd.
Okay, that's what I have. Thank you.
With Judge Green?
Yep,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. Have a good day, Van Buren.
Thank you.
You too.
Mr. Nunley, I just got another file from Andy.
Yeah, she sent me an email from Wayne County. She said she'd get a hold of me when she's able to contact them. So,
They should be getting on as soon as they're able.
She said, she's standing right here. She said they'll be getting on as soon as they're able.
okay, I'll be here.
I have a 10 o'clock civil trial, but whenever you're ready, I'll take a recess from the civil trial to handle the arraignment.
So
Okay.
I'm not sure how long they're going to be. They're working on it now.
Understood.
If he's able to.
If he's able to wait. Otherwise, I don't know if Mary Ann has his number or
I
you.
can get it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mute
Well-
myself. So just yell when you're ready. Say Royce.
Thank you,
I'll
Mr.
run.
Nunley.
Yep.
There's no reason to keep you involved in this. Thanks, Andy. Hey, it's Tuesday. I have 0 complaints. Mm-hmm. Good morning. How are you? I am wonderful. I am super. Thanks for asking. I have my file for this morning.
Yeah, can I look at it?
Uh-oh.
On that motion.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Sorry. What's
I'm
wrong?
trying to see if they had the plaintiff has an attorney.
Plaintiff does not have an attorney unless Mr. DePietro has become aware of an attorney for Ms. Pappas. Why? Do you have information about an attorney?
Well, Paige commented that she left a voicemail with the plaintiff's attorney.
I think she met Mr. DePietro. And Ms. Schwartz is smiling.
We were just double checking.
I think it might be a clerical error.
Okay, would you like a new ROA for that?
No. Why are we killing baby trees? Thank you.
Sandy just wanted me to ask.
No, I don't. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Mr. DePietro, did you receive did you see Paige's note?
We got it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. This is Tom DePietro. Were you addressing me, Your Honor?
Kind of, sort of, not really. They brought up,
Okay.
they brought up
Well-
another copy of your motion, and there was a question, there was a note on the ROA that someone had left a message for plaintiff's attorney, and I was not aware that Ms. Pappas had retained counsel. So it was
Neither am
my,
I, Your Honor. I'm not.
it was my belief that maybe they meant to identify you and not some phantom attorney.
I wouldn't be surprised, Judge.
I'm arraignments this morning. There's one pending. The jail hasn't come on yet, but if they do, I will need to interrupt you and Ms. Pappas.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I haven't seen her this morning. When she comes on, do you need to go into a breakout room to discuss the matter, or will you be ready to begin?
The only item that I think might be helpful to address first would be the motion in limine with regard to attorney fees. The
Understood.
resolution of that might make subsequent discussions more fruitful.
Okay.
However,
I'm
the court
stepping
wants.
off, but I'm not going far. When Ms. Pappas arrives, Marianne will let me know.
Very well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Nunley, can you hear me? It's Mary Ann.
Yep.
Hi, Wayne County's here. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
You eating a marshmallow? Hey, 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 hey. Get down, puppies. Silly dogs. Oh, you're silly dogs. Oops.
Good morning, Ms. Pappas.
Good morning, Your Honor.
This is 212237 GC. This is Diane Pappas versus Christy Schwartz. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Tom DePietro appearing on behalf of the defendant.
And Diane Pappas on behalf of myself.
Thank you. Ms. Pappas, I've already made Mr. DePietro aware of the fact that this court is scheduled to do arraignments this morning. Because those are criminal matters, we might need to stop the proceedings in this matter to handle an arraignment from time to time. So I just wanted to make you aware of that so you're not surprised if I do need to say we need to stop for one moment, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you. This court is in receipt of a motion in limine filed by the defendant in this matter. Did you receive that motion from Mr. DePietro's office to bar testimony regarding attorney fees?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Did you submit any written response?
No, I did not.
Thank you, ma'am. Give me 1 second. Wayne County Jail, I see you. We're going to move you into a breakout room so that Mr. Potts may speak with the court-appointed attorney.
Oh, I just spoke with him. I just came out of the
You
breakout.
did?
Mhm.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know you guys had done that. Was that sufficient time with Mr. Potts?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is on the civil case. Give me 1 moment. 210070FY. This is State of Michigan versus Dakota Potts.
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant. We would waive a formal reading and ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf.
Could you state your name for me, please, sir?
Dakota Ray Potts.
Mr. Potts, you were able to hear Mr. Nunley just now?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you understand you have an absolute right to have an attorney represent you in these proceedings?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
There was a request for a court-appointed attorney attached to the front of your file. The court has signed that, and you'll be assigned counsel going forward. There is a recommendation from law enforcement leaving the bond in this matter to the court's discretion. Mr. Nunley, do you have any comments regarding bond in this matter?
Yeah, I would ask the court to consider a personal bond in this matter. However, he's not going to make bond on another case that he has pending out of a different jurisdiction. So it looks like he's not going anywhere, but in the event that something happens and he does become eligible for pretrial relief, we would ask that this court just attach a personal bond.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Potts, on your petition for a court-appointed attorney, you did not indicate that you are employed. Are you working, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I work for Controls Home Improvement.
How long have you been there?
I've been there for 4 months.
Other than yourself, are you responsible for the financial support of anyone else?
My daughter,
How old is she?
9 years old.
Do you have full-time custody of her?
No, ma'am.
How often do you see her?
I'm usually with her all the time, but I came back to Michigan. She's in Tennessee right now.
Thank you. Mr. Potts, have you failed to appear for court on any previous case?
Yes, ma'am.
What caused you to fail to appear?
To be honest with you, I was acting dumb.
I'm sorry?
I was just acting dumb, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court's going to set the bond at $5,000 personal, no controlled substances during the pendency of this matter. Mr. Potts, your next appearance date will be a PCC by Zoom back with me, Judge Martin, on November 3rd, 2021. Again, for the record, the case is 210070FY. Bond is $5,000 personal. Next appearance date, November 3rd at 9:45 a.m. back with me in courtroom number 1. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge.
Anything else, Wayne County?
That's it, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Potts, I'll see you next week.
All right, have a good day.
Your Honor, you and your staff
Thank
have a
you.
wonderful day, and thank you.
You too, sir. Thank you. Ms. Pappas, we're back on 212237GC. The court asked, had you filed a written response, and you indicated no, but you did receive the motion?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand the contents of the motion?
Yes, I did. I discussed it
Thank
with
you.
an attorney.
With an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. DePietro, it's your motion. Would you like to proceed, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. I believe that I laid out in the motion itself the authority for the proposition that in matters such as before the court today, attorney fees are not allowed. This is the so-called American rule. There are exceptions to it, none of which have been pled and none of which I believe are applicable, they being statutory exceptions such as for the Consumer Protection Act, Civil Rights Act, statutes relative to discrimination. So I don't believe there's any authority to obtain attorney fees in this case, Judge, and I've not received any information to the contrary. And I would ask the court to bar any testimony with regard to attorney fees.
Ms. Pappas, your response to the motion, ma'am.
Well, I had to pay for it, so why do I have to pay for something that I didn't set out to start? Do you see what I'm saying? I didn't put the fence on somebody else's property. They put it on mine. And then I had to hire a lawyer and I had to pay to have my property surveyed to have the defendant take her fence off of my property. These are expenses that I accrued, which I don't think is fair.
May I respond, Your Honor?
I was going to ask Ms. Pappas, was there anything else you wanted to say regarding the attorney fees?
No, that's it.
Thank you. Mr. DePietro.
But the other issue, should it become relevant, is that her attorney spent a whole lot of time working on her then claim that we were somehow obstructing a prescriptive drainage easement. And he and I spent a whole lot of time on that and really nothing on the fence until they got a survey in March. So under either theory, they're not recoverable.
Your Honor, I'd like to say something.
Isn't it direct, Mr. DePietro, that sun coming through the blinds behind you, it's keeping me from being able to see you if it doesn't matter to you and your client?
I'll take care
I
of
was
that.
gonna say, if you can close them a little bit. Thank you. Ms. Pappas.
Yes, ma'am. The attorney that he's speaking about with the fence and the property, that case was already taken care of. Also, the emails that he put in for exhibits 1 through 9, on the bottom of those emails, it also states that they can't be used for court. They can only be used for like settling. They settled the dispute via email. So he can't use them for this. This is for my monetary gain for what I lost.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court did have the opportunity to review Mr. DePietro's motion on behalf of the defendants before taking the bench this morning and have listened to the arguments made by the parties this morning, and the court will grant the motion and will exclude attorney fees that were accrued prior to the filing of this case from consideration this morning. Other than that, Ms. Pappas, are you ready to proceed to trial this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. DePietro, are you ready to proceed to trial?
Well, Judge, I'm wondering if a breakout room wouldn't be appropriate at this time.
That was going to be my next question. Give me 1 second. I'll get there in 1 second, Mr. DePietro. Ms. Pappas, do you have all necessary documents and witnesses this morning?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I do.
And Mr. DePietro, you have all necessary documents and witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Before the court begins to take testimony, would the parties like to go into a breakout room to see if a resolution is available or possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Mary Ann will open a breakout room, and Ms. Pappas, Mrs. Pappas, you'll see an invitation to join Mr. DePietro in that breakout room.
Yeah, I've got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Marino.
With me, Gianna.
Sir,
I got a question. I don't know if you am in the right room.
what are you here for this morning?
Oh, I got to pull over for the lights, different lights in the car and no license on the state of Michigan. Because I lost my paper and I don't know which one is in the
Oh.
courtroom. So I'm very sorry for us.
No, Mr. Marino, give me 1 second. Let me see where you're supposed to be. I thought Marianne had already talked to you.
Nope, that's my fault. I'm sorry, sir. I thought he was a part of this civil case. Let me find out where he's supposed to be. I apologize.
Your last name is Moreno?
Yes, Castro.
Castro, thank you. Moreno Castro?
Yeah.
I don't see you on the docket for this morning. Marianne?
Into the courtroom, and here we are.
Oh, there we go. The breakout room ended.
Marianne, I don't see him on the docket at all for today for anybody. Would you take him into a breakout room and I'll resume the Pappas matter?
Yes.
Thank you. Was that sufficient time in the breakout room?
Well, Judge, I think we made a lot of progress. We were at a pivotal point. If we could get maybe another couple minutes.
Okay.
Is that right, Ms. Pappas?
Yep, that's fine.
You can go back into room number 1, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. DePietro? Thank you. Ms. Pappas,
Judge.
was that sufficient time in the breakout room?
Yeah, it was. Thank you.
Do you have a resolution? Or are we proceeding to trial this morning?
Well, I think we have a resolution, don't you, Ms. Pappas?
Yes, I do. I think that's 100% agreeable.
Okay. Can I put that on the record, Judge?
Absolutely.
The defendant will pay the plaintiff by check $1,200. The plaintiff will sign a general release releasing all claims pertaining to the defendant's property with the exception of her right to bring an action for a prescriptive easement for drainage on a strip of land approximately 8 feet south of the current fence line as installed. And the plaintiff will file a order of dismissal with prejudice by stip. And I think that's it, isn't it, Ms. Pappas?
Yep, that's it. That'll work.
When is the $1,200 to be paid?
Upon the execution of the aforesaid release. Execution and delivery.
Thank you. So the defendant will pay the plaintiff $1,200 on execution of the general release. The release shall relate to all claims regarding defendant's property except a right that Ms. Pappas shall retain to bring an action to secure a prescriptive easement for the drainage ditch, which is 8 feet south of the fence line. That after the execution of the general release and payment of $1,200, the parties will submit to the court a dismissal of this matter.
Prejudice.
Do you believe, Ms. Pappas, that this can be completed within the next 2 weeks?
Oh, absolutely.
Mr. DePietro, 2 weeks?
That should do it, Judge.
I just want to set the matter for internal review. So if we have not received the dismissal, the clerks can put the matter on the no progress docket and send you notice to maybe prod you along to get the document submitted to the court.
That's a good idea, Judge. Thank you. May I voir dire my client?
Yes, sir.
May I please state your name for the record?
Christy Schwartz?
Did you hear the settlement we just put on the record?
Yes.
You understand that you're going to pay Ms. Pappas $1,200 and in release or in consideration of that, you will receive a general release with the exception of her right in the future to bring an action for a prescriptive easement for drainage on a strip of land 8 feet, comprising 8 feet to the south of your current fence line.
Yes.
And is that what you want the judge to do?
Yes.
All right. Excuse me, Judge, just for a second. We're getting some background noise here. I apologize. I'm sorry, Judge. Do you have any questions you want to ask the court with regard to this settlement?
No.
Are you satisfied with this settlement?
Yes.
Judge, I have no further questions.
Thank you. Ms. Pappas, anything else in this matter?
Nope, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. DePietro, the file will go back downstairs. We'll await receipt of the executed dismissal by the parties.
Very well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you both for, all three for working this matter out this morning and have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.